Well, the portfolio is green. We got that going for us. Welcome back, everyone. I hope yours was as well. Hit the like button, hit that subscribe button. We got a lot to talk about. Real quick, though, if you guys don't know, we're down to our last few days before the price increase over at the Discord, but you can get grandfathered in ahead of time and get locked in at a better price. Code MOON will save you 50% off the first month, and then you're locked in so you don't have to worry about the upcharge that will be coming. You are already in. That goes for all past members there that are now in there. But if you guys have been thinking about getting in, today's the day to do it. Do it before we have the price increase, and you also still have the 50% off the first month. Code MOON is automatic, but you'll see that. And of course, take advantage of the 4-step framework. Second link down there, no cost for that. Learn how I do my technicals. All right, folks, we need to talk. I'm going to start with the portfolio. You guys can see how we ended today, 2,100 up. Not really anything to write home. It was up about 10K to start the day. I started at 2231, so we're still up 171,000. All right, so not bad. Like I said, I'd like to see this thing rip a little bit. We are still in September. I don't expect much until October. I didn't do any buying or selling today. Kind of watching where we're going, but for those who are paying attention to what's happening out here, this is it right here. Ethereum up a little bit, my Bitcoin down a little bit, Solana down a little bit, my XRP up a little bit. So two of them up, two of them down. So in other words, that spells consolidation for me. Up here though, 3K lost on the stocks. Amazon, Baba, Nvidia, Rocket. LHX is the only one that went a little higher, and that's my defense stock I got in there for the United States defense. So there you go. That's the update there. Now that gets us into some shout outs over here. I want to make sure we do some shout outs in the Discord to the members. Arkansas Dog, nice win today. I love seeing these. Boom. And Brandon with a nice win. Bang, another one out. I love seeing it. Dr. Stock, one of our expert traders in there. Nice little 34% profit on a BBAI call. Crypto Mom, nice little win there. Love seeing this. CT with a hit. Crystal with the hit. The dog. Rico Suave with some wins. Dr. Known, probably a leprechaun. Crypto Mom, Swisher Sweets. We got a lot of them, man. Even I took some. Wired Stealth with a nice win. I took profit on. I did two options I released for the Discord this week, and it was we had Snap, which I sold today at a really nice gain, and then the other one, I forget what the other one was. Oh goodness gracious! But it did well. It did well. Whatever it was yesterday, it was another win. I actually got out of it yesterday. So, Mara. It was Mara. So I went up big time, made money on that, got out. Had Snap, made money on that, got out. So far, so good. It's good stuff there. Now, I want to talk about what you're seeing. You come out here, you're seeing a little bit of damage to the market. And everybody's panicking. It's like, hey, look. Over the last 5 days, you're up 1.37%. Look at this over the last month, up 5%. So the market dipped this much, and you're getting a huge panic, a whopping 0.95%. And as you go forward, you start to look into, I'm going to go start with XRP. If you're here for the XRP army, let me know down below by hitting that like. This is the minute chart. We don't want to be on that. We want to be on the 1 day. And I'm going to tell you, what I told you was going to happen absolutely happened. You're seeing the 5 EMA come down and cross. You get a monster red candle. Now, we have the 13 coming down. Now, this is normally, I'm going to be blunt, this is normally a nasty situation. And in other words, as that stays down here, we usually would see a little bit more red as that 13 crosses until we hit down at a nice support level and then a rise. I don't know if the support level is going to be that 277 mark. Could be. We hit it and push back up. We could retest it again. Or if this is a fake out, call it a bear trap. And now a bear trap is where you get this, everything's pointing towards a bearish run, and then all of a sudden it takes off. Now, personally, more times than not, this will continue lower. I'm in. I'm not selling, so I'm not telling you I'm selling. If anything, I'd be looking to buy on any major weakness. But right now with the 13 EMA coming down across the 50, anybody that follows my day trading witch today we had some more day trading going on, which was fun. I had a really good time. Made about $150 something overall, so no complaints there. But put it bluntly, when I do, I see this right here on my day trading. I love taking a put on this. Unfortunately, I'm in a long position for this. I'm hoping for a higher low, and we can rip back up. A little doji here showing that the bears are running out of steam, but we will give it a little bit of time. Now, I want to do the big four today. Take a look over at Ethereum as well. Not as pretty. At least you had a little bit of hope there with the XRP. Not so much with Ethereum. With Ethereum, the 5 still coming down. We are still underneath the 50. We don't want to see the 5 cross the 50. We want to see this thing start to green back up, at least back up to 42.77. That would be all right if we can confirm above there. The 50 EMA right now at 42.51. We don't want to see this start drifting lower. Oh, folks. I never liked testing the 50. And you can see how long it's been since we did. And it was only for 1, 2, 3 days here before we finally ripped back up. And that was way back in June. So we don't want to see that. If we start to go underneath the 50 EMA, I do have, I'm telling you this right now, I have no problem reducing my risk if we start to drop below certain key levels here. So if you want to know what I'm going to do, you have to hit the like button and the subscribe button, because you don't want to miss it. Once I see certain things happening, I always tell the communities what's going on. As much as I enjoy having what we have here, of course, that can easily switch if we get some major confirmations below the key support levels. And so that's one of the things I'm watching when it comes to Ethereum. Right now, looking bearish. We need this thing to start greening back up above the 50. We'll be all right. If not, if we keep moving down, we got the line in the sand at roughly 40.70, which I've been saying. We'll keep an eye on that. Now we'll go to Bitcoin. So we covered XRP. We covered Ethereum. Bitcoin, look what's happened. Right here, down past the 50. We just confirmed today. That's a major bearish move. We didn't want to be back below the 50. Bitcoin is now back below. The 5 just crossed back over the 50. In other words, it looks like more bearish action. If you said, Mo, you got to take a position right now for the next week, I would be bearish. I would absolutely be bearish. But I am long for now. I'm not changing anything with this either. The line in the sand for me is 108. If we confirm back down here below 108, then I would lick my wounds and call it, and probably switch out until I saw a rotation back into a bullish motion. Jump back in big. It wouldn't even be slow. So for me personally right now, I'm just holding. 111. I think I got like 200 something thousand in Bitcoin. So if it dropped down to 108 below, I think I'd probably lose about 7K. And if it confirmed under there, about 8K. And then I probably would sell at that point. Now that moves us over to Solana. Now I don't have that much Solana. I think it was like 50,000. But we'll take a look at Solana, because Solana was the runner, man. This thing was ripping. Look what we got here. Crossover of the 5 and the 13. We got the bearish again. Like, everything is pointing towards bearish motion. I've been telling you this for days now, that we are flipping into a bearish motion. The key line is the 50 EMA. A lot of things happen. It's just not good. And what I'm telling you is pay attention to Bitcoin. Bitcoin's always the leader. This is solidly bearish. And look, I had a support level right here we did not want to give up on. 112.5. We're at 111.8. This has failed. You're going to see us right here. We're retesting that low, and we'd want to bounce back up. So the next 24 hours are key. If we continue down, I do believe we're going back down to the 108 if we see more red. Man, you can just sense it out there, man. The bears are frolicking out there, just feeding. 5's crossing the 50. 13's working its way down. Solana's down. Everything's looking like trouble. And when you know what they say, when there's fear out there, that is the time to be greedy. But I'll tell you, I would think the line would be roughly 108.4 to take a chance on it if you're buying. And I might buy at 108 in the hopes that this acts as support to push us back up if we get down there. And then if we confirm lower than that, I might just actually get out. In other words, take a chance on the first dip down below. And then if we get give it like 48 hours, and if it keeps dropping, that's when I call it and I lick my wounds and walk away until I would get a reversal. Some of these reversals like this right here, we come all the way down, you get a reversal here, a little confirmation back above, you're at 109, and by the time you get back, look at 118, you can make a quick 10,000 on that run. So if you're waiting, say it gets down here at 105, confirms at 106, 107 as a reversal at the 5 and 13, and you jump back in, you got some good things. When you start taking a look at some of these like the weekly charts, you can see that's also starting to change. You had a really nice run up, kind of a reversal. You got this doji where you got consolidation, massive push back down. Looking at this key level, 108,400 as I was telling you. But to give you some hope, once we look at the monthly candles, you can see we're still green here. So a little bit of hope left at it. When you know the old saying, when in doubt, zoom out. When you zoom out on this one, it's still looking green. Yeah, we just got to get through September, man. I'm telling you. I feel pretty good about what's going to happen in Q4. Doesn't mean day 1 of October you're running, but as we get through October with the SEC and the government, I think we'll have a lot of positive action, but we will see. If you haven't done it, membership, get in there before the price increase. Do it now. The earner tier, 50% off your first month with code MOON. Should be automatic, though. Second link down below does get you over to the webinar. You guys can check this out. Click the time that works for you. Get in there and watch it. There's no cost for this. I'm teaching you for about an hour. And the last link down below, take advantage of the Kraken. What do they got there? Trade 100, get 25 USDG. I think it's XRP now using that link. We got that all fixed up. And that is it, my friends. If you haven't done it, join the Discord. I'll see you over there.